What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth. Doing it for Neds, whom we love and cherish dearly. Shout out to them. If you're going to have a punt, get on the Neds app. You can follow along all of our profiles. Don't follow Tommy Tobler, but definitely follow all of ours. And you can see what bets we're doing. And you can also get in the About Even group, code Dribbler. It's a fun little community in there if you enjoy a punt. A responsible punt at that. Joining me as always, Sebo, Eddie, Roo, Rando. How are we all, fellas?
Terrific, mate. Tip-top.
Good. Finally recovered-ish from last Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually sitting there on Friday night. Something happened in the footy and I went to post in our group chat and I literally typed out, then I thought, none of these guys are going to be conscious, so I'll just delete it.
You would have got crickets, man.
Yeah.
Except Tobler, who's just like
Tobler will
obsessed with
respond.
you.
Tobler will see Guru typing a message and he'll whip it straight out and get ready to respond.
Yeah, he loves it. You and Scope, he's just...
Couple of drive-bys on Tobler early here. Apologies to Tommy Tobler.
Is that a drive or is it the truth?
Well, I started off shitting on him as well, saying don't follow him on your Ned's profiles. And then,
all right. Well, that's harsh.
Well...
But me saying he's obsessed with Scope and Guru is just fact.
Well, no, that is fact. But it's also important for people not to follow him on the Ned's app as well, I think. Because although he is in one of the great hot streaks of all time, Tommy Tobler.
Yeah, exactly. He has been winning a lot of money in the last 2 or 3 months?
He walked up to before in the green room. Rando's sitting there on his computer just doing his fucking rando stats shit, and then I'm sitting on the other couch, and I just watched Tobler just sort of saunter up, and everyone, the room's like loud, and everyone's talking, and Tobler just goes, "Oi, Harry Grant this weekend? What do you reckon? Harry Grant? Adam Reynolds, last time Adam Reynolds played, he fucked him up, dude." And he's like whispering like he's trying to sell drugs to Rando. Rando's like, "Oh yeah."
I said, I don't want to buy any of this. Sorry, mate. Move on. Walk along.
Full on whispering. I'm like, why the fuck are you whispering to him, Tobler? Again, apologies for the early drive-by on Tommy Tobler, who we love dearly. We won Origin, Ed. Do we want to get into some accountability? Is that sort of what we're thinking?
We may as well, mate.
We may as well do it.
Listen, I was so wrapped up in Blue Glory, New South Wales Glory, the fact that we won at Suncorp first time 19 years. Read a book if you didn't know that. I didn't realise how fucking poorly I went. I went incredibly poorly. It was an absolute fucking disaster from top to bottom. But again, it doesn't really matter. Who gives a shit? We won. We start New South Wales 14, defeating Queensland 4. Now, Seb was close. Blues win, best anytime, Walsh anytime. But obviously, you get what you fucking deserve. Putting Queenslanders in there, like if you want to try and play both sides of the field and be a fucking loser, go for gold. Same goes to you, Guru. And I called you out for it at the time. You go, yeah, but I still reckon Blues will win. I'm like, not good enough, son.
No,
not good enough. And again,
run-of-the-mill rugby league game, I'll allow it. You know what I mean?
It's
But
Origin. It's a different kettle of fish.
It's a different thing. Show some respect.
And respect wasn't shown.
No.
Now, obviously, I had Blues 13 plus, so did Tom. That doesn't hit. Lomax doesn't hit. Luai doesn't hit. Murray doesn't hit. Best does. So I'm 1 from 5, Lex. Great start. There'll be a bit of a trend here. Bit of a trend. So just pay attention. Now, triple stakes. New South Wales 14 defeat the Queensland 4 again. Tommy had best anytime. Seb had New South Wales win anytime.
Probably my favourite bet of the year, not just because it's New South Wales won Origin, but it's just to have just a clean win on a game like that. Like, where you're just going, it's not try for try. It's like, it honestly felt like you're watching like a soccer World Cup final.
There's an added element of like excitement for you at the end of that game.
But you're like, it's like if a goal is scored in soccer, you're like, fuck.
That is the only way you can enjoy soccer for me. You know, when everyone sort of shits on it, then you see those moments, you're like, I do get it.
Yeah, it's intense as fuck. Like when and it was like that. Like how many tries were there? 2?
Yep,
2 tries.
2 tries.
And also the opportunity just to gabber. You know, I was wearing TNs and I got to gabber. Like it felt right. It was a nice experience.
Well, you just don't get those experiences anymore when you're at past 30. You don't go out and gabber every weekend. Obviously, there's those people hanging on. I'm not one of them.
No, you said to me in quite a candid and nice moment between the two of us after we gabbered our hearts out. You sort of just going like, fuck, I needed that gabber, bro. Yeah. I love that gabber, dude.
But I did. 25, you know.
I loved it. I haven't gabbered in fucking.
You haven't gabbered in
and
years,
yeah, I'm 10 years, I reckon.
It was good to see you gabbering again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was fucking terrific. I had New South Wales 13 plus because I just backed the state to the hilt. That doesn't salute, but again, doesn't matter. Guru, on the other hand, hammer any time. It's just, it's un-Australian, you know? It just is. It's pathetic. And I'd like to hear you try and justify your decision.
Nah, I'm not going to justify anything. I deserve this. I actually, when I got there on the night and I looked at my bets, reminded myself of it, I went, oh, I don't feel great about this.
Yeah, it was cringe.
It's very hollow. So yeah, I'll wear that.
Is that one of the best games of footy you've ever seen?
I fucking oath it was. Yeah. That was unreal. Yeah. That was incredible. I'm so glad I was on my own. And you guys will understand that because you know me. I was fucking beside myself.
Were you in the centre of excellence?
I sure was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just
by yourself? No,
by myself, just me and a smaller and smaller crust pizza. The longer the night went on, it was great. Unreal.
Screaming and shit. I would have liked, you should just film
Carrying
yourself
on like
in
a
there.
tit.
You should film yourself just like, not even, you don't have to live stream it. You can. That'd be competing with us and that'd be upsetting. But just if you just filmed your reactions of you just losing your shit and then clipped them up, like that would actually be funny as fuck.
Very
Guru
Mad
reacts.
Dragon-esque.
Guru reacts. Yeah, Guru. Oh, fuck.
I was carrying on a trait. We'll get to one of my bets soon, but when Bradman Best crossed for the first try, there might have been a cartwheel in the CBA Centre of Excellence.
Well, that is the next best. First try scores, you did have best at 15s.
I'll tell you what.
62nd minute. Who saw that coming?
Well, I had him first and last. I thought I was a sniff with one try. I thought I was going to get both of them.
That would have been genius.
Would have been
But
great.
like, yeah, not just first and last, but the one try counts for first and last. I don't think that's ever been done.
No, in the history of the game?
No way.
Never
No
been
way.
done. Never been done in the history of the game.
$15. Huge
Luai,
bet.
Murray, and Val, obviously, they all go down. We had last try scorer as best, all of us. We wanted to whip the big fella home. It was Mitch Moses. It was his night. Do I sit here? Have I the last 4 or 5 nights sat there just staring at the ceiling thinking, why didn't I have fucking Moses any time? Sure.
I can't believe we didn't have that.
It doesn't make
It
Tom.
makes no sense.
Tom, it makes zero.
It's
0 cents. And you know when we were like, what are we confident of? We couldn't find anything. Were we not confident of Mitch any time?
It's just insane.
But it's not in any of my bets.
It's insane.
It's
when he went over, I was excited
criminal.
as well. And then a little part of you thinks back to your bets and you go like, what the fuck were we? The whole thing. I've got a fade for fuck's sake and I've been eating Tom.
The whole thing. The whole thing. It's just...
I'm banging a Lebanese drum.
It's criminal.
Yeah.
It's fucking criminal.
It's not even a breadcrumb. It's a loaf.
No, it's not even. Mate, it's a fucking bakery. It's a fucking bakery, That's absurd. Shout out to the dribblers that, you know, lied the bakery. Man of the match, Dylan Edwards. No one gets it. Luai, Moses, Cam Murray. The John Lewis medal. John's Lewis medal, rather. Tommy Birmingham, Gussie Crichton at 8.
Mate, it was the good vibes bet. You know, it was the good vibes, the positive vibes bet, Gussie Crichton. But then, like, I kind of was thinking about it after. I'm like, outside of a fucking weapon performance from Mitchell Moses, like, it was kind of going to be him, and unless he got injured. When he got injured early, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. Excuse me. But, like, it sort of made sense. I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for me. And, I mean, there's not much else to say, really.
Good on you, mate. Margin, New South Wales by 10, no one hits, and the boxy try, which was just Best and Moses in the end. So no one was going to get that. Best is the only green on the page. Just for those playing along at home, of the 14 legs I had across the Origin bets, 8 bets, none successful. 14 legs, 1 leg I got. 1 out of 14 legs.
Okay.
Not great punting. We get into the NRL last weekend. Friday night, the Raiders 20 defeated the Warriors 18. A lot of KOs just denied. I was denied a KO weeks. Tommy was denied a KO weeks, first, second, or third. Sebo, though, does salutes. 564, Huddy and Roger, two of us a shit.
It was on at the clubhouse. And I was one of the, I didn't see the tries, but you see the scores and you pull out the NRL app and you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I wasn't watching jack shit at the club.
And everything went downhill a couple of hours after that for me on all accounts of the weekend. But at least I got that. It was like a false dawn, which sounds like a right-wing kind of political party. But it's basically
Is it Golden Dawn? Isn't
Golden
that one?
Dawn, that's it. Yeah.
This one, isn't it?
Yeah, they nearly took over Greece. What am I talking about?
Come on, dude.
But then,
How the
yeah,
fuck
I
did
thought
I
like
know?
I was on a high. It was like Thursday, it was holiday mode, first night fever.
Few Guinness.
Like few Guinness, just riding into, putting on a hacker major on the Friday with like no sleep and just going boom, boom, boom on a high. But, what goes up comes down.
Oh, bro.
And yeah, so
the way down.
that's basically
How far down did you go?
pretty far down.
How was Saturday?
Pretty far down. Like when I hear Willie B and stuff like, the drive back was so tough. I was like, I would have paid so much money to trade places with you.
Yeah.
Then go to like the in-laws where they've all been looking after my 2 babies for me, and I've got to put on a brave face because you've got the just like adrenaline crash as well, like the stress relief, but knowing you, and then just going, okay, I've just got to get their voice is gone, eyes are fucked, and I'm just like, yep, I've got the babies now, and just trying to just trying to be like, yep, no, I'm just tired because I had so much work on, and just had to
You
do
should
it.
have taken up some Clear Eyes.
I just was like, look, this is me. You know what
It's
I mean?
so fucked, isn't it? You
At
just
least
have
you
to
had
be
your
resigned
voice.
to
Yeah,
it.
I just
Streety
resigned
lost
to
his
it.
voice completely. He couldn't even speak.
Streety's on the plane
Shreddy lost
back.
his voice on Friday, like that night.
But we were on the plane back and we were sitting in the exit rows, and and you get like the thing. I was like, "Are you willing and able to help in the event of an emergency?" And it's like, I need a verbal confirmation from all of you. And everyone's going, "Yes, yes, yes." And Streety's going, "Yes, yes."
She's like, "What?
What are you saying?" Yes. He's like, I've lost my voice.
Imagine if he got moved because he couldn't confirm it. They had to find another seat.
And then he's trying to talk to his daughter on the phone on FaceTime. He's like, "Hello, hey Rosie, hello." We're like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
this is so fucked
He's
up.
like, "You're whispering. Why are you whispering?"
It was so bad. Like, the worst bit as well was like Millie picked me up from the Airbnb just after you guys left, and I'm like, I need to get some food. And she's like, hey, let's go to my favourite sushi joint in Brisbane. I'm like, sushi is the last fucking thing I feel like, but I can't say anything right now.
No.
Like,
Dude,
and
No.
I got home and I got home to our house, and Steph claims that this wasn't a direct result of me going and ripping and tearing, so I'll take my darling wife on face value, and it was just more of a broad general thing. I got home to, on the dresser in our room, Tom's house to-do list, and I was like, what the fuck? Now, I didn't do any of it because I was not in the state. I have since started to chip away at it, but she was like, no, that's just for you to, just so you know, like, and so I don't forget. I'm like, that was, okay.
yeah.
What was the worst thing on the to-do list for you?
We've got at the back part of our house is like, the dining room is like a weird little extension that's been made by whoever owns it, and it's just all glass.
Sunroom.
Sunroom, thank you, Edward. The roof is all glass and it's covered in shit. I said I was going to clean it fucking months ago. And it was like, clean the glass. And I'm like, "Cunt, the idea of getting up on a ladder, like all just like out of it and trying to like scrub a goddamn glass. Glass is hard to clean at the best of times. So I just was like, listen, I'm not doing it. But it was tough for all of us, you know what I mean? We're all going through it.
Yeah.
Maybe you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not me.
No,
but you.
not you.
I would never go as far as to call your darling wife a liar, but I'll tell you what, it's something that Miss Guru would also do.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
I'm not going to call her a lie, but I'm also like, you. That's definitely.
I was trying to
what
make a joke out of it, and it was just like, okay, I'm just going to leave this one here. I'm just going to leave it and run away.
Rabbitohs 42 defeated the Tigers 28. Jai Gray or Richie Kenner first or second for Tom does not salute. I had Bunnies 13 plus into Gray. Kenner doesn't salute. Sebo had Jack White and Gray. White and doesn't salute. Guru had Gray and Cody, but Keon Kolomatangi doesn't salute. And the Lippy, who cares about them? So we were pretty fucking close, gentlemen, but no cigar.
No.
Broncos 30 defeated the Knights 14. Obviously, my bet of Knights Ponga best, not looking great. Sebo had under 49.5, but a best. Guru had Mariner with a best. And Tom, who we did point out last week, had a fucking strange bet. Mariner first, second, or third, and then Jordan Ricky first, second, or third, which was just highly alarming.
Well, it was. It was uncouth. Again, like the fact that Reynolds was back, maybe that shit could happen. I'm finding at the moment, punters and dribblers, that I am struggling week to week with working out what I'm doing. And sometimes I'm just looking and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to pick Jordan Ricky first, second, or third. My bets this week reflected. I hope Rando's got some shit for me because I'm all at fucking C at the moment.
Yeah, it's
been
an
a
origin
busy couple
fog,
of
dude.
weeks.
It's
an
very
origin fog.
It's
yeah.
hard to clear the fog after origin. It takes a couple of weeks, I
Yeah.
think. Like,
Yeah, before I get back on.
Just trying to find our rugby league feet. Bradman best. Did he go off injured?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
pretty early on.
First
Hey,
10
let's
minutes.
fucking play Bradman Best, who went into Origin with a fucking hamstring issue, then played one of those brutal games of all time, scores a try. Let's play him. Now he's out for the season.
Storm 24 defeated the Roosters 8. Few cursory eyebrows raised when I tripled Tyron Wishart.
Huge call, dude.
Yeah, but I will maintain that having been filmed on the morning of Origin, I was elsewhere. I wasn't in the bets, and it's reflected in the redness.
Does it undo all of your Tyron Wishart bets? That, like, you know, in all of the
Yeah, fuck
positive
yeah.
will. That
Oh
you've
no,
had with
yeah,
Tyron, it's
no,
done
like
now.
you know, like still big fan of the big fan of the family, but
That's undone. Now.
I've fucked myself. I just have. Rue tripled Teddy,
Yeah, boys.
which was worse because it was paying 221 at least 360.
Yeah, 160,000 people in Supercoach, 159,999 have Teddy. I'm the only one that doesn't. I've been waiting weeks for him to have a quiet week, and it finally came the week I fucking triple stake him.
There you go.
I
Smart.
was 1 foot in each camp. It was a nightmare for me.
Dude, he's leading the Dally M's currently.
He always is up there.
I know, but it's just funny because you're like, Teddy's
Has he
done.
won one?
Yeah, he's won one. But you know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
saw it the other day. It's him, fucking Jerome Hughes, and DCE.
I'll say this with the Dalian, like obviously that's like it's gone behind closed doors
Oh,
for quite a
okay.
while. So it's
Oh,
someone adding them together and whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'd have him top 3 at the moment. Yeah. Just based on how that award is done and
Yes.
like who's taking points off it.
See, I've now like lost understanding of how it's done. They've changed it, and they don't feel like they've
I don't like. They
explained it
should.
very
I
well.
get there's like a couple of people per game, but they should almost do like an old school Big Brother where you text in your vote. Remember, you used to like. So then you at
they do
least
that?
have like a 30% of it's done by the people, so you can okay. Like,
But do you, when you hear like some dribblers, like especially, you know, the fucking the Hacker Mage is a good example. When you have some dribblers come up to you, there was a dribbler there. I think he was even a New South Wales fan. I don't remember. The whole day, the first thing he was talking about when I first got there was him saying Luai's shit. This is after Luai's just set up the
he
Bradman Best
was-
try. And then I bumped into him in the middle of the day. He's still talking about it. And then fucking hammered at the end of it. He's like, Luai's shit. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Like,
That was
do we
his
want to
thing.
give them the nuclear codes?
I love but I love the ones like on a hacker major. It's like if someone tries to talk rugby league with me for a second, I'm just going to find the guy who wants to talk golf or about the day. Like, you know what I mean?
It's tough to get into like nuance.
Yeah,
fullback
nuance
debate or
rugby
some
league
shit,
chat when we've just got fireballs and stuff. You just like
Yeah.
I love that shit. But
No, I love it.
this guy was trying to say that fucking the only reason Luai's done anything is because of Nathan Cleary. And I'm like, but what about this Origin series? Cleary wasn't there. First time in 19 years. He's like, nah. I'm like, you've lost your
Well, what
fucking
about
mind.
Penrith when fucking Nathan hasn't been there?
What about Samoa getting all the way to a
the
World
World
Cup?
I think you'll
Listen.
find that most dribblers won't change their opinion on a player.
No, which I
very
respect.
easily, you
I
know.
also respect that. But I don't think we give them Dally M voting rights.
Correct.
Yeah, but there's also ones who aren't.
But you don't know. How the
They
fuck do you
used,
vet that?
they used to have it for the Proven Summons Award. You used to do your 3-2-1s on NRL.com, and then that would go toward the medal winner. So the player votes the 3-2-1s each game if you wanted to.
Because you could hack that, though. You just get a
What's
few
the
dribblers
probe
on
and summons?
It was like their Fan Choice Award presented
It's like
best.
a fan
Oh,
choice, best and fairest. Sort
Yeah.
of
Oh,
like
okay.
Heinze
I think they got
and
into the
Jake
hacking
Taylor
yeah, yeah,
1,000
yeah,
times.
Like the one-eyed dribbler is no different to certain like commentators or judges probably who are just obsessed with certain
Yes,
players.
but
you
at
know
least
what I
they
mean?
fucking played or something.
I think the other thing is too that if you open it up to like a big fan base like South Sydney, for example, compared to the Tigers, you'd get like so many more votes for those
Great
Yeah.
point.
particular players.
A
I did
very
3 points for
measured
first and
response.
win, loss, or draw every week, trying to get him up there.
Yeah.
So-
Yes, exactly.
Very measured response. Now, Panthers 28 defeat the Dolphins 26. Couple of triples here. Guru, 2+ tries combined between Tungo and Taruva. Taruva scored only once and Tungo didn't. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I
So you skipped my almost fucking wingers bet from the
Yeah, but we went on and
all
on
right.
and
I'm
on
just
about
saying,
this
I'm
probe
one
and
leg
summons
off on
idea.
the
Like,
fucking
let's just
mate,
move
yeah.
the fuck on.
I was very cocky on this one. I thought this was going to shit in when Taruva scored. I thought I was home and hosed, but
Fuck, Guru, you did
as
two
per.
triple stakes. Fuck me dead.
And Nathan Cleary for Sebo.
Where I
Which
fucked
let you
up
down
massively. Where I fucked up is I just didn't even consider that I'd still be in Brisbane with the in-laws post Hacker Major putting these bets on. When I was putting them on, I'm imagining me at home on the couch just enjoying it. And there's something about putting a triple on without watching the game. It's not going to bang. It's just not going to bang if you're not watching the game, and that's what's happened. You know what I mean?
You weren't paying enough attention.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
needed
I
your
wasn't
full
there.
attention.
Yeah, I wasn't there for it.
That's tough, dude.
Yep, I wasn't
Fuck,
there
that's
for it,
tough.
and it really hurt me multiple ways. I had a couple of things really hurt me multiple ways, but
Well, there's a bigger one coming. A lot of red on the page for that. Seagulls 38 defeated the Titans 8. I do bang. Thank the fucking heavens. Manly 13 plus, Tommy 2 plus, 725. That's just easy money. That's easy money. Sebo had AKP, Tommy Talau, and over 51.5 at 584, which hurt you
you know
badly.
Big time.
what? We may as well just
Yeah, we may as well.
3 things that hurt me. I put that bet on tripled. I accidentally put Turbo in instead of Talau. Realised I'm like, fuck, I've got to do it again with Talau. So I have 2 triple stakes going where all the try scorers have sorted it out. So that's $600 that would have been in my... And I like the first half I'm on a plane with like a baby on my chest, and then I land just at half time, like watching it, but like phones in the pocket, just listening to it and pulling it out when I can. And I'm just going, then 51.5. Obviously.
So it was 46 for those playing on
But
the game.
Titans scored 2 in the first like 10 minutes. And can't kick a thing. And I'm like,
Half-time, I was feeling pretty happy.
I was just like, oh my God. But then Manly came out and scored like 2 pretty quickly. And obviously the hot seat, $1,000 on it. So $1,000 on it plus the $600 because of my double, triple fuck up. I just need fucking some people to score some tries.
Is this the second hot seat in a row where someone's tripped into it, or am I the first to trip into it to glory?
No, Guru tripped into it.
Have you got it for me,
So
sir?
yeah,
Both have been tripped into.
Have you got me?
I love that Sebo's in the air with about $2,000 riding on something you can't see.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal.
Yeah,
And you're
exactly.
with Jetstar, so you couldn't
I'm with
fucking-
Jetstar.
Oh,
And
so
on
you can't see
Jetstar,
shit.
you know what Jetstar don't even have? They don't even have fucking netting to put your phone in or your baby bottle.
no,
So I
That's
sit
why
down,
you don't fly Jetstar.
And I've got all these baby bottles and
Can't even get a
stuff, and I'm
fucking
like,
net.
what the fuck? Because I've got the like warm water in the cooler, and then the So $1,600 down the fucking drain because
Count it out.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $1,000.
There's a miscount there. I saw that, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Did I?
We'll check that. We'll double check that. Listen, to be honest, you know what made it sweeter was that Manly did it for me. You know what I mean? We got a good win. We fucked them up. And we didn't score over 51.5.
But that last try at the end when Manly had a scrum, I'm like, you motherfuckers, just go over. Like, just go over. You've put 38 points on them. Surely just give up, Titans. I was at home at this point and just go, it's not my fucking week.
But it was. You had a great weekend.
Exactly.
You
That's
can't
what
have
I
it
mean.
all.
Exactly.
I had it all.
I had such a good 48 hours. And then, I had to pay a toll to it.
Yep.
And I wouldn't trade 16. Like, I had so much fun that I wouldn't trade $1,600 for the 2 days previous. No. But I tell you what, when you're coming back home from Brisbane and your golf driver's fucking broken and you just spent $1,000 on that a month ago, you
could have done with it.
Could have done with it. Oh, well, you didn't.
No, you
didn't get it. Now, there is one more hot seat to go this season, punters and dribblers. Big Roo needs to win it if he wants to get that B green.
Yep.
He's also going to win the season, but he's kicked out a fair fucking way. Now, unit scoopers. That's what I wanted to get to. Sebo had 4 from 5.
Yep.
29.87
Cleary.
down the shit out. A Cleary short.
He fucked you.
If Cleary scores and we get over 41.5, I get the double triple amount. That's 300.
51.5.
Cleary scores. That's another 150. So that's
No, it's $300. 29.87 was paying.
yeah, but
It's 10 on that, so that's 300.
no, I'm talking the unit scoop are different. So say Cleary scored in the game that I tripled.
Yeah.
That's $150 payout, right?
Yeah.
And I would have put like 30 or 40 on it. Then the fuck up with the overs and the wrong try scorers, that's another 600. So that's 900. And then I lost the $1,000 because it didn't go overs. So that's $1,900. And then the unit scooper because Cleary didn't score. I'm just talking 2 legs here, an overs and a Cleary score. How much is that? It's another bloody...
300.
It's like $2,500 that I've almost missed out on because Cleary didn't score and Manly couldn't score on that last try.
This is the most. You're at the pub with your mate and he's telling you just how all these bets missed by
like-
a fucking leg.
Well, like, come on, man. Like,
legs.
Two legs. 2 bloody legs. It's all right.
Yep.
I was in the hunt. As I say, the action's the juice. But unfortunately, for me, I didn't even get to watch it. So,
So the action's not the juice.
the action wasn't the juice. I got nothing.
No action, no juice. What's yours?
We had 1 from 3, Tom. Guru had 1 from 4, and the Lippy had 3 from 7.
I really liked that one, mate. I'm surprised.
Well, I've gone again this week. Leaderboard, Tom, 9.62 units.
Thank fuck.
Well done, mate. You got the triple, and then you got the AC in the Origin, and then basically used 1 unit on your bets because like
They
$50
were just the
and-
dumbest
and
fucking.
more.
Listen, it was an Origin fog.
Lippy minus 4.08, Seb minus 5.42, I was minus 11.65, and Big Roo, worst week he's probably had, minus 23.13.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look, I'm not playing from in front, boys. I'm trying to
Big
bury you
loss.
here.
Is that the biggest?
so-
Oh wow, that's your biggest loss.
23.13 in the red. Now, Guru, he slips to about even, but he's in the red, minus 3.42.
Huge.
Tom moves to second,
How dumb's that?
minus 42.95. I'm minus 53.79. I've lost like about 30 units in the last 3 weeks.
Mate, that's a bigger slide than me this year.
Yeah.
The difference.
Not
you know
good.
what I mean?
Not good.
yeah.
Lippy, 4th, minus 60.38, and Sebo slips to dead last, as in last, as in like couldn't be more last.
Yeah.
Pubic hair between you and the Lippy at the moment.
Minus 60.95.
No one's ever lost to the Lippy.
The man I care about the Lippy compared to losing out to $2.5 grand is fucking like, you know what
But
I mean?
no
The
one's
difference
lost
is
to the
massive.
Lippy.
No one's lost. To
Oh,
the
no, I lost to Lippy. I fucking lost. Anyway.
No, it is a
Lippy.
point.
It's worth
That's accountability.
considering. That's accountability. A long one.
Fucking long.
Now, let's get to some betting and get to our good friend over there, Random Stats Guy. The first game is the Warriors v. the Tigers at Go Media. $1.26 the Warriors, $3.90 the Tigers. 13.5 points is the line. A confusing line to me. It stresses me out. And 48.5 is the total points. Rando, welcome for the first time today. How is the shoulder?
It's good. It's out of the sling, which is great for me. I can sleep on my side now, so getting a lot
Can
more
you masturbate
hours.
yet?
Sorry? Yes, I can.
Okay,
yes,
great.
I
Good
have,
to know.
and yes, I will later today. For this game, it's going to be dry at Go Media Stadium. The Warriors at minus 13.5. I don't mind them to cover it. They haven't lost to the Tigers at home since 2016. They've won their last 3 games at Go Media against the Tigers by 20-plus points. The Tigers have lost their last 5 away games by 14-plus points. For try scorers, there is bugger all value for the Warriors here, but the left side does seem to be their main play. They have scored 71% of their tries in their last 5 games down their left. The Tigers have conceded 2 or more tries to left wingers in their last 4 games. That's Ed Cozzy at left wing. He's $3.45 to score 2 or more, but if you want a bit more value, the Tigers, they're playing one of the youngest halves combos in history in Fainu and Galvin. No Caesar means more left side action. A left edge player for the Tigers has scored in 3 of the last 4 games without Caesar. Stafford Toa, I'm hoping, is lining up at left centre here. He scored a double last time against the Warriors. He is paying $3.20.
Now, my whole thing this week was to listen to you, Rando, and I got distracted by Eddie doing pirouettes in his fucking chair, so I have no idea what you just said. I'll throw down to you, Guru, for the first bet. What are you doing?
I'm going to double stake in this game. I'm going to go
Fucking hell.
Oh.
Roger
Triple it.
Tuivasa.
Triple it.
No, because you did this to
Triple
me
it.
last week, and it fucking cost me.
Make
I knew
it
I shouldn't have done
fucking- make it
Roger
interesting.
Tuivasa check. He will cross. I think the Warriors give it to the Tigers over there in New Zealand. So RTS $2.10. He'll cross. Double stake for me.
Okay.
Nice,
Where's he
mate.
playing? I haven't even checked the team list.
RTS?
Oh, fullback.
Fullback. Yeah, right.
I also like RTS Roof, funnily enough, like him with the 1 jersey on. AFB, he scores all the fucking time, and the Tigers are pussies, so they're just no one's stopping the big fella. Well, lines like, what is the line? You read
Minus
it before.
13.5.
What?
13.5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. I just want to juice my bet slightly. I'm gonna take Warriors minus 4.5 at $6.01. This is my last week of going, can I really fucking knuckle down on some bets this week and start bringing in some cheddar? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go rogue as fuck.
Oh, this is your last week of conventional Eddie.
Well, yeah, of like
Mildly conventional.
mildly conventional. Yes, mildly conventional. It's funny because at the start of the season, I'm like, mate, I'm getting $3 for overs, and I'm happy with that. Now it's like if it's not paying $50, you're fucking pissed off. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, it's the.
I'm going back to 6. 6 is okay. You take 6 every day of the week.
You're like 600%. Will Ferrell in Old School. Everybody stay calm. Smashing the chair.
Exactly.
I've just gone to Dill Walker ATS 625. I like Dill, and there's nothing else to it. Former Manly player, decent value. He's playing 13. The Tigers are shit. There's nothing more to it. That's it. But I think it's a pretty good bet. Sebo?
I'm doing a bet with a bit of constitution. I believe Eddie got up on this, and that's the hyphenated last name bet. Now, I think you got up on it with 3 legs.
I did.
So to make it my own, I had to add another leg in terms of, like when you're playing presidents and arseholes, you've got to go up in the cards. So I'm going up by 1 here, adding 4. So CHT, RTS, DWZ, AFB, 3176.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's long odds, probably not going to come off, but in a week where I'm still in the fog, I like a bet where there's a bit of constitution to it. And that's
it's bang for me. Admittedly, it was 1 less leg. I wasn't on Chanel. I was on fucking can't remember. Nickel Clockstead, I think.
Oh, yep.
Listen, Chanel off the back of a tough week, maybe he bangs for you.
Yeah, I like the storyline of the rebound off a tough week. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yep. Who's our lippy this week, Sebastian?
Tobler is in charge of this one.
Cameron Pooley, one of Tobler's friends, reckons he can beat us. I'll tell you what, for Cameron Pooley, the show didn't start well for you with your mate Tobler getting his asshole ripped apart. So I hope that's not a sign of things to come for you, Pooley.
Is he a good punter, Tobler? He's average, apparently.
Well, fuck. You need,
so,
that's all you
really quivering in me boots over here.
Yeah, Pooley.
Tobler's shit punter, mate. Who had Tigers plus 7.5.
17.5, yeah.
Plus 17.5. How do you pronounce that name? Leotau. And RTS combined for at least 2 tries. $6.90.
I did.
They love them. They can't get enough of the
combined tries. I don't know. They ride that bet like a
It's for indecisive.
They love it.
It's for indecisive people, dude, because they're like they don't know what to pick. And so they're the bright lights, and they just go, give me 2. Like,
yeah, that felt personal. But proceed.
Well, you had it last week.
Yeah, no, I know I did. I'm well and truly aware I did.
Plus 17.5.
That's their absolute favourite market.
I hate indecisive, like especially when you're at a restaurant or a cafe or there's a line, whoever you're with. It's like I know I'm happy to kind of order something and get it wrong where I got a bit of food envy. Then someone you can feel the weight going, hurry up to the people next to you, and they're like, I have this, or maybe I have this,
What's your favourite? What's the really popular thing on the menu?
I'll ask that. If they tell me, I'll go, give it to me. Go, give me whatever the main burger is, give it to me. But I can't stand when you've got a group of like 8 of you and it takes fucking half an hour to order the dinner.
No, you should know what you're having before the fucking waiter arrives. Have a question in mind, like, what's the best thing to this?
Can I pick this or that? And then they,
I'm furious.
It just shits me, man. It's just one of those things.
Fucking Pooley. Fucking Pooley. Pooley's in for one today, I feel like. Next game, Eels Storm. We're at CommBank. $6.50 for the Eels. $1.12 for the Storm. 17.5 is the line and 53.5 the total points. Rando, what's doing?
It's going to be a little wet for this game. All 4 games between these 2 sides at CommBank have gone under 38 points. The Storm, they haven't beaten the Eels in regular time at CommBank in their 4 games. And the Eels, they haven't lost at CommBank by more than 16 points this season. So I don't mind them to cover the line and keep that in unders territory. For try scorers, one of the blokes that Tobler was whispering to me earlier on in the green room was Harry Grant. He has a great record against the Eels. He's scored in each of his last 4 games, including a double in his last 2 games. Surprisingly, he's $2.70 to score, whereas this man here, Will Penasini, he's scored a try in both games he's played against the Storm at CommBank, and the Storm have conceded 33% of their tries down their left edge. Penasini is $3.80 anytime.
I'm just going to kick off there. Those stats were horny for me, Rando, and I was reading tea leaves myself beforehand, and 17.5 points. I like that it's wet. I like that you were saying something about regular time that sort of seemed to confirm my biases here. Para plus 17.5 triple stake for me. I just don't see him getting fucked that hard. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure they'll lose, but I don't think it'll be a fucking of that consequence. I know Mitch Moses is out, but that's a consequential fucking.
Cam Munster back on the extended bench.
No,
if he plays this week, even if he doesn't play, to be honest with you, I love Melbourne this week. I think they're too clinical. I've got Melbourne to win both halves in this game, and then I've got Eli Katoa crossing. I'm going to double stake that at $3.73.
Couple of doubles out the gate.
Yeah.
We're moving into a clinical time of the year. There could be a hump in a foot. Just saying. There might be. The Eels suck. They don't have Mitch Moses. They're all at sea. They're a pathetic rugby league side. They should be removed from the comp. We all know it. We all know it. I'm going with Jerome Hughes, who I haven't been on this year, but doesn't mind a meaty from time to time. Big fan of his work. And everyone's favourite Nick Meaney, who does bang for me regularly. I haven't been on him for ages. I don't even remember punting on Storm games. I don't even know what I've been doing. I feel like I've woken up from a long sleep. And now that I'm here, I'm going Hughes and Meaney, 7.45. That's just tried and tested. You know what it is. It's tried and tested.
I can't believe you've avoided Hughes for 20 weeks.
I have.
I bet you haven't.
No, because I've been wisharding. I've been wisharding, mate.
You've been wisharding since Munster's been out.
I've had him in.
Mate, I've been wisharding since at least April.
But Hughes, I've been on him a couple of times, and from earlier years, he's been our guy that you can kind of rely on for that $3 plus. Like Brimo was one of them. I don't think we have one of those guys this year. Maybe you have Wishart to an extent.
Well,
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore though. Yeah.
I've killed him.
Yeah,
so it's Hughes' time.
Yeah. Is it me?
Yep.
I am just doing a boxy Quinn here. So Warbrick and Katoa first, second, or third. I don't know what's going to happen here. Like, it's first, second, last, so you think there might be a humping, but then Eels have a good record against them. It's just too murky. It's too foggy. Again, going with a bit of constitution, a boxy Quinn for 24.62. Warbrick's a favourite. Katoa's going over a lot. So let's be the first one on the panel to hit one of them. That's where I'm at.
Yep.
It's a foggy game.
Yep. Oh, it is. It's all fog, dude. First team all fog. I love 17.5. What's Pool? What's the
Toddler's mate, whose name I've forgotten. Pooley, is it?
Yeah. Stooley.
Callum Stooley. Storm by 11 to 20. And Anderson anytime 6.19. Trying too hard, buddy.
Feels like a big outthink the room kind of guy.
Oh, huge. It's Storm by 11 to 20. Anderson A tier.
He didn't know who Grant Anderson was last Thursday.
No, he didn't.
Not a hope.
No, there's no idea he did. That's real. Please, sir.
He's the sort of bloke that would fucking call Kai Pearce-Paul the next English Sonny Bill.
Must be a handsome devil. Motherfuckers.
Next, Broncos Bulldogs Suncorp $1.35 for the Broncos, $3.25 for the Doggies, 9.5 the line, 47.5 the total. Rando, give us something.
It's going to be dry and 24 for this one. Obviously, the Bulldogs out to 9.5 line. They've struggled on the road this season, winning only one of their 9 away games. It doesn't get any better at Suncorp. They've lost their last 12 games at Suncorp, which is the longest losing streak at the venue ever. For try scorers, the Broncos players are very short price for this one. The Dogs, on the other hand, are very good value, particularly the left edge. The Broncos, they've conceded 41% of their tries in the last 5 games down their left edge exclusively. The left winger has scored 5 tries in the last 3 games against the Broncos. Blake Wilson is $2.45 anytime. Bronson Cherry, he scored in each of his last 2 games, and the Broncos have conceded a try to a left centre in 2 of their last 3 games. He's paying $3.10, so bit of value there for the Dogs.
Okay.
You like the Dogs?
Try scorer wise, and probably not for the result. I think the Broncos can get it done at home.
I love the Bronson Cherry starts. I think that if you're going to go at the Broncos, I think Tony Staggs is the man to target out there. So Cherry, I like that. I love Dean Mariner. He's $2.15. I think he's the second leading try scorer in the competition at the moment, but we've all bet on him, so I don't love that all of a sudden. But $7.33.
Edward?
I'm a big Dean guy.
If any of you want to jump off him, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Love Dean. I've got Dean first, second, or third into Reece Walsh at $8. Because Dean scores early, we know that.
Jeez, I don't mind that, Eddie.
Dean scores early, and Walsh is just fucking guaranteed. The Broncos have got to win games of rugby league. They just have to. Pretty much full strength.
Jeez,
Adam Reynolds back, just ripping and tearing, controlling things. I like the Bronx, and I like those boys to score. And again, Dean, he gets things going. early.
I love a rugby league dean, you know.
Well, so do I.
Deine.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
you're dead,
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
An I, you could have a Y in there as well if you really wanted
Well,
to.
you could.
You could. I like that, Eddie, and I don't really know where this bet of mine has come from. It's come from virtually nowhere. Mariner, because he is the second leading try scorer or about there or thereabouts, he does like to score. Hetherington, I don't know, because Reynolds is back, and that just means that there's less pressure on Ezra. And I just think that we're going to get some ball playing from our halves, and they're going to put a back rower over. That's essentially it.
I would love a dribbler out there to make like a best 13 of just these rogue little picks you have. Players
That
just come
never
out
get
of the
up.
fucking
Well, not never get up,
blue.
buddy. You can't say never get up when you're coming third last. But, and I'm coming second. So they must be getting up somewhere. And
I'm not saying that.
well,
I
let me
put the bets
say
on.
Oldham 2+ Parramatta Tigers to win.
Oldham's not random.
He's not one of those.
Well,
no
the
way.
rogue bet.
Oldham's random.
It was random because
He's
it was
talking
2+.
about you putting these blokes in off the bench that have played like.
He's
fucking-
not off the bench,
that
can he?
no one's fucking heard of.
He's You haven't heard of him. Watch Hetherington, dude. Now I'm fucking bullish. Sebo?
Triple him.
No, I'm not that bullish.
You said you were fucking bullish,
I am
mate.
bullish. I'm excited.
You're fucking bullish, mate.
Fucking hell, I need this to get up. 11:32. Sebo?
Oh, look, I had the Dogs line, but I'm taking that out because of what Rando said, and I had Walsh, but I'm going to break a curse. For all a Marinee doesn't score, sometimes you got to go head on into a storm. Try go around it, get fucked, wait around to get
Flemish
fucked.
cap sort of stuff?
Flemish plate.
Flemish
you know
plate,
what I mean?
sorry.
The fucking freezer is broken. We got a mill of tuna or whatever the hell
Yeah,
they
but
call
what
it.
happened, mate?
Yeah, but that
What
was,
happened, mate?
Yeah, well, I just want to have a chance at going at the tidal wave, you know what I mean? Again, the action's a juice, and that fucking wave at the end, that's a bit of juice.
We're
right
talking
there.
about the perfect storm with Mark Wahlberg and
If
George
you haven't
Clooney
seen
for
it.
anyone who
I was
doesn't know what the
catching
fuck's
up with some
going on.
hackers at the.
We were talking
We're
on the
talking
weekend.
about it. Some guy didn't even know what I was talking about. And I get it. You're like 23, but like surely it's popped up on Netflix for you. Perfect Storm, George Clooney. You know what I mean? Great movie.
Freezer breaks.
The freezer breaks. I'm going
$2 milli worth of tuna on board, son.
The Flemish plate, it can get you. And I'm going Mariner 2 for $5. You know what I mean? $5.20 to be exact. On this show, when we're all on him, it doesn't happen, but I'm going straight at it.
Yep.
I'm going straight at it.
All right.
That's me.
What's the Stoolie doing?
Stooley's got Carraz anytime and then straight back into it. Mariner / Walsh to combine for 2+ tries. 647.
It's probably his best bet, but
It's a lippy market. It's the lippy,
market. Cows Sharks, a game I couldn't care less about. Queensland Country Bank Stadium. $1.75 for the Cows, $2.10 for the Sharks. 2.5 the line, 49.5 the total points, Rando.
Another top 8 cracker match, this one. 24 and dry at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. The Sharks, they have been all over the Cowboys. They've won their last 11 regular season games against them, having not lost regular season match to them since 2018. They also have won all 4 games at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, so it doesn't matter where they're playing, they are beating them. So I don't mind the Sharks at $2.10. For try scorers, Lachlan Sione Katoa here. He has scored in his last 5 games and scored in 3 of the last 4 against North Queensland. The Cowboys have also conceded 9 tries to right wings in their last 6 home games. Another smoky for this one at $6.25 is Tommy Hazelton. He scored in each of his last 2 games against the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they have conceded the second most tries to props than any other team in the comp.
Jesus Christ, that Tommy Hazelton's got me fucking licking my lips. Sebo, what are you doing?
Look, it's a top 8 clash. But you know when you used to go to like festivals back in the day, and as you get older, you start knowing less and less who the people are before the main event. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that band or I don't know that DJ. Unless you're talking Daft Punk 2003, where the greatest festival of all time, where everyone was fucking sick on the lineup. The Cows versus Sharks is like a finals preview, but if you're going to rank every game, it's like it's at 12 p.m. No one's through the gate. No one cares about this game.
There's no crowds built up.
Yeah, no one cares. And so when you have that sort of game, it's just 3 try scorers, right? Like
You're still pre-drinking at home.
Exactly.
You got one mate who's there. I'm at Cows fucking Sharks.
Right,
dude.
Cows,
Well,
yeah,
we're
no
not there.
one's coming, mate. No one's coming. Like, there's main eventers on early. Don't go off too early, dude.
No, it's a long day.
And the only way you make those games interesting is 3 try scorers. And naturally, we've all kind of fucking done it because, like, that's how you make it exciting. When you're bullish on a game and you're excited, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go like a line and a try scorer and just like double it. This game, just fucking bow, Lukey Mulatalo, whatever, 12.77. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I get that. I'm trying to wrangle a Ramian. Again, it doesn't obviously hold the prestige of a Stags, but it's getting up there, bro. Nanai, Ramian, Lukey, 26.78. It is about wrangling. It's also about it's an early set performance at midday, and I don't give a fuck. That's exactly what it is. You couldn't have explained my thoughts better if you tried. So that's me.
Are the Cowboys in the 8?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, we are. Fuck yeah, we are. We're 1 point off you guys. We're 1 point off you.
They're in the 8 and they've still got a bye to come.
Jesus
Christ.
Jeez,
the
won't
world
be
does
long
not
till
make
over.
sense, dude.
Mate, you couldn't find a more pathetic fixture. You really couldn't. I'm going Mulatalo and Nicara, $7.48. You're getting $4 for Nicara, which is just, that seems like a lot to me against the Cowboys, who did it tough against the Dogs. And I believe Tobler in the green room was saying they've got the worst away record in the comp, the Dogs. So I like the Sharks going up there and getting one over the top.
Like,
Yeah.
remember the beginning of the year, the Cows are like, people putting like 30 on them. You know what I mean? Their defense was...
Well, they didn't know how to defend. They weren't making their tackles smart. And then Ronaldo, because he's an absolute specimen. Goes without saying. 7.48, which I don't mind for 2 try scorers. Pretty good odds.
Yep.
I've got Britt Nicola to cross. I've got Drinky, and you know how I feel about these Sharks wingers. I thought Rando would give Mulatalo a big rap. He gave Katoa a big rap, which means Mulatalo will cross. But I'm going to stick with Katoa. $18.60.
Yeah.
No, there's just not much in this game, boys. I don't.
Like 12-15, dude. No
Yeah,
lame.
exactly. What time is this?
12:15.
Like, is this the...
You should be at home sucking wine out of a fucking goon bag instead of watching this shit.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Lukey and Katoa for the Lippies, 6.45.
Yeah, okay. There you go. He'd be at the game. He'd be at the game for sure.
Yeah, he'd be up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunscreen all over his face. Pulling out of a cart, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Next is Roosters Seagulls. Match of the round, Allianz Stadium. $1.44 for the Roosters, $2.80 for Manly. 6.5 is the line, and 51.5 the total points. Sebo's favourite line, 51.5.
Oh, yeah.
Rando, positive stats, please.
I'll try after I just got roasted for my own team. The story here
Well,
is
it doesn't
when-
make any sense you go for him, so.
Jeez.
Have you ever been up there?
Yes, I have plenty of
When?
times. I was there for
You're
the
Australian
opening.
from the
I
Gold
was there for the opening, mate.
Aren't you
Anyway,
from
fuck.
Mossman?
Oh, this is going to be even better. The story here is when Manly aren't playing home day games, their win record shifts downwards. They've only won 3 of their 10 away games this season, and they have lost their last 3 night games against the Chooks. For try scorers, not too many statistical patterns to go off here other than to say the blatantly obvious. Dom Young scored in his last 6 games. The Roosters' right winger, though, has scored first, second or third in 5 of the last 6 games if you want to juice it up. He's also scored 6 tries in his last 3 games against Manly. Other than that, Jason Saab looks also good here. He scored in 4 of his last 5 games too.
There's some real fucking, like, short odds for any time try scorers.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting short this
They're
year.
getting short.
We're in the green room, and I overheard Tommy talking about Angus Crichton, friend of the show, who might be running at a certain someone.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but by all reports, Angus Crichton going to be running at someone that's had his issues historically. Can't remember who that is. Not important. I just like Angus Crichton. He's a fucking beast. He's fresh off the Johns Lewis, best back row in the comp. He goes in. And then Tommy Turbo, because the man doesn't know how to not score. He just doesn't know. He doesn't get it. It's not part of his DNA. It's not part of his psyche. It's not part of his being. He just scores tries at will. 5.29, I am tripling it.
Are you concerned at all about the bad juju tied in with tripling? Because, like, I've got AC in mine as well. I've got Manly, Talau plus Tommy and AC anytime for 59.69. Nice and short there. But the bad juju around tripling with an AC in there, is there any concern?
No.
Okay.
I also
Again,
don't think you're giving enough credit to the person in question. I think he's improved a lot.
I'm not saying
regard.
anything about any people in question. I was more talking about if you had a weaker side. I wasn't saying a person. That
Fair
was
enough.
Eddie.
I thought Origin he did a tremendous job in this exact situation.
Hey, listen, I couldn't have more faith in the person that you guys are trying to fucking mention. I'm
I
saying
haven't mentioned anyone.
you tried to say I was mentioning. I said a left side.
If he'd like to unblock me on Instagram, I'd happily accept it. But that's up to.
So
the person
that's
in
why he's
question,
trying. That's why
whoever
he's
that
trying
might
to suck
be.
him right
Oh,
now.
that's why he's sucking him from the back. That's
Just trying to
guru.
give a bit of credit to your boy.
Fucking hell.
And at the top of the show, you were like, listen, state and club's different. You did say that.
I did say that.
Yeah.
Because I knew what my bet was. So I was just
Right.
planning to see
Whoa.
that I was going to be picking someone from the other side.
Sure.
But I think Manly win. Obviously, Talau 2+. He likes
2
scoring.
plus?
Yeah, dude. He's scoring. He's scoring. He's on the
definitely.
wing.
Well, he's scoring.
He's scoring. He's on the wing. I don't know if Dommy Young can defend. I'm just going to say vibe, finger to the air that he can't.
Doesn't look like a bloke that knows how to defend.
And then you have Tommy and AC. 59-69. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Guru, what's doing?
I think Manly hang in this contest. Sorry, so that's meant to be Manly plus 6.5. Then I've got Ruben Garrick to cross and Daniel Tupu, who I was a bit iffy about. And then I've actually got the TV on directly behind Rando. And Daniel Tupu crossed, as he said, a definite try scorer. So I'm happy to back that in. $8.30 there. Big game for your boys.
Huge game. Top 4
Enormous.
implications, dude.
Massive.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine how insufferable we'd be once we're in the top 4?
I was looking at the draw the other day. I reckon if you guys win this week,
Which we will.
I'm not sure if you lose another game.
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not until the grand final, which we do win.
If you beat the Roosters this week and jump into that 4, I'm not sure if you fall out. Huge game.
Huge game.
No, people haven't seen us coming, which is the best place to be in rugby league.
Well, as Des Hasler,
You don't want a
coined,
target on your back.
Under the radar, Edward. Plus, if you were to look at those, how many games we shit the bed in early in the season while the team's still gelling. So I'm gonna forgive the mistakes made early in the season, but we dropped the ball on like maybe 4 or 5 games where we were up significantly and just let the teams back in.
Oh, well,
we're basically top 2.
It became our calling card.
Yeah, it did.
Which was scout.
That's what got us under the radar.
That's right. You want to be under the radar. You got to fly low. For those that haven't watched Top Gun,
Sebo.
I'm just taking a couple of try scorers from the Roosters here. Forwards, though, for the juice. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I really don't. And I started, putting wingers in. But everyone's like $1.50. And I was like, I have to put like 5 of them in to get double digits. So I'm just going Gussie C and Tyrrell May. Because Gussie C I just love him at the moment. Like, watching him in Origin and what he did to DC. Mate, is he facing up against DCE again?
yep.
Oh,
Maybe.
wow.
I don't know.
Because he was
No
giving-
comment.
I haven't.
You didn't hear Guru get down onto his knees and start working just before.
That was who he was sucking from the back.
Right, I was.
Where were you?
I was putting my unit scooper on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I should probably do that too.
So you weren't paying attention.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Right.
No, because I like
you
to
wanna
get a
make
bit
an
of a
apology to
vibe and
everyone?
then do it. I like to do it during show once I get a vibe for what's going on, but I don't want to leave it too late that I just throw it together. So
Yeah.
I find a quick moment to insert myself and put it on.
Pretty rude.
So Gussie C and May for me, 12.79.
And Lippy Turbo first, second, or third, 450.
All righty. Love that from everyone today. Everyone's doing such a good job, by the way. I just want to take a moment to say that. Except for Toddler's mate. Dragons v. the Panthers. Win Stadium. $4 for the Dragons, $1.25 for the Panthers. 11.5 the line. 47.5 the total points. Rando, give us some stats.
It's going to be 16 and dry for this one in the Gong. The Panthers, they've only won 2 of their 9 games played in Wollongong. The Dragons have won their last 3 games in Wollongong. And the big stat here, Shane Flanagan has won his last 4 games coaching against Ivan Cleary. So don't mind the Dragons to cover that line. For try scorers, the Panthers' right edge defensively is seriously concerning. 49% of their tries have been conceded down that right edge. The Dragons' left winger has scored 7 tries in the last 5 games. So looking at Christian Tuipulotu, they're at $2.10. The Dragons, though, they've conceded just as many tries to right second rowers as they have right wingers. So Sunia Taruva is just as likely to score as Liam Martin, and Liam Martin is paying $3.50.
I think on that left edge for St George, Moses Sully's the one to go for there. Look at the way that St George targeted Tony Staggs a few weeks ago. I think they'll do the same thing to Isaac Tungo. He's at $4.20 Moses Sully, which I think is huge. Into Panthers, minus 11.5, $11.11. All the ones.
I think that the Panthers after having a little bit of R&R. Obviously, the Origin boys rested last week. Cleary's had about 10 weeks off, just fucking stretching out. No Dylan Edwards, but everyone else is back on deck, ready to rip. I think they just start rolling motherfuckers. And the Dragons are first up. They always have a bad back end of the season, always have, except for when Wayne Bennett was there. 11.5 points is too fucking few for mine. And I think Panthers roll the fuck out of him, $1.90, tripling the shit out of him.
So,
tripling the fuck out of it.
Yeah, look, I had Panthers 13 plus for 205, and yeah, with the idea that I was going to triple it based on the stats. But then Rando's kind of scared me a little bit. But then when I see Eddie minus 11.5, and it's $1.90, it's only 15 cents difference. Makes me feel a lot more comfortable though. So I'm just going to control C, control V, even though it's pretty much the same bet. It's
not quite though.
Yeah, but like the 2 points. I had 13 plus. You're right. It just covers me a bit more. But yeah, I just want to be one of those ones that are like, am I taking crazy pills here? Penrith, who've kind of not underperformed, but they've been injured in and out of Origin. They need to turn it on. Melbourne are above them on the table.
Let's turn it on week.
Yeah, the Dragons are just here. The Dragons love getting flushed, humped, thumped, all that sort of stuff. They've gone above and beyond. But the time's nigh. It's done now. Panthers minus 11.5 might be the easiest bet of the round. It just might be. I'm not sure.
Might be. It could be. And listen, I liked just hearing your little fucking Liam Martin stats. I had him. Well, listen, I've got him for 2+. So when you want to talk about like dumb random bets that I do, this one felt like one of those. Still does a little bit, but good to know that he's in and around the stats that you've got for us, Rando. So basically, I'm just trying to get him for one more because what Rando's told me, and I take this as financial advice, joke. Liam Martin guaranteed to score 1. We're hoping for 2. That's $14. I won't be tripling anything. That's for damn sure. $14.
Lippy, Sully, anytime. Then To'o and Laurie. Either for 2+ tries combined, 10.38. Again, that market, they just love it.
I don't have the ravioli or the bolognese. I don't know.
Can I have a ravioli nose?
What do you reckon? No, I don't. Mate, just decide. Come back to the restaurant tomorrow if you're so pissed off you ordered the wrong thing. Like
Liam Martin looking for his first double since reserve grade in 2018.
So he's due.
Well and truly.
And the Dragons are shit. Dolphins, Titans, Suncorp Stadium. $1.53 for the Fish. $2.55 the Titans. 4.5 the line. 53.5 the total. Rando, give us some stats, brother.
I don't mind the Phins minus 4.5. They've never lost to the Titans, but the biggest stat here is that Wayne Bennett has beaten Des Hasler 21 times. 15 of those times have been by 13+ points. So he loves to beat him and beat him well. Each of the last 4 games have been a 14+ point win. For try scorers, the Dolphins have conceded a try to a fullback in each of their last 5 games. Keanu Keeney, $2.75. He's had 7 line breaks in his last 5 games and is looking good here.
What's wrong with fucking AJ Brimson again? Is he injured again?
Groin, yeah. He played 2 weeks ago, but he only played 50 minutes and he came off.
Is he starting to get a bit of an injury-prone tag about him?
I think so.
He always has that.
He sort of has always had it, yeah. They've just re-signed him for like 4 years or something.
He's always does this.
And like, I mean, Tommy Turbo's like, he's an injury-prone player, but it's just like, fuck me, man. AJ seems like he's injured every fucking week.
I'm starting to, like, when you look at all 3 of these guys, like Jaden Campbell can find an injury too. We're all sitting here going, how do they fit all these 3 guys in? I reckon the Titans might just be going, they're never fucking fit.
No.
You can always find a spot for them.
Exactly. They never all fit at the same
It's never been an issue, has it?
Realistically.
No.
There might be like a 2-week window where you have to fit all 3 of them in somewhere, but it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. No, as a Brimo fan.
We're all Brimo fans.
Yeah, he's injured a lot, but it's never like season ended. It's always like 4 or 5 weeks out, then comes back 4 or 5 weeks out, which sucks because he's the only guy that fucking bangs for me. But yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I'm going a first, second, third fucking boxy try here. Hammer Bostock AKP 92.47. Prove me wrong.
It might be like the most likely boxy try of all time, I reckon.
Yep.
Stocky's been getting into his work.
Stocky gets into his work, dude.
Like, for bangs and stuff, like, Stocky might actually be the guy this year. Like,
Stocky's banged for me a couple of times. I've been on Stocky a couple of times.
Yeah, Stocky bangs.
he does.
Yeah, he bangs. Big
But,
stuff.
like, you could also say, like, getting a wing at a bang for you, not as impressive,
No.
but it's still a
But
nice
the
to
thing
have
is,
someone.
Stocky's around $2 usually, where your DWZs, who was that guy last year, who was rightfully $1.50 last year, is still $1.50, and he scored like 3 tries this year.
Stocky won $1.57 for
Okay,
this
well,
game.
fair
Big
enough.
Stocky.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
What are you doing, Eddie?
Fullbacks, Hammer and Kinney, 450. Very simple stuff.
Yep. Set and forget.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Not much explanation needed.
What do you want me to say? Does
Well, I
Hammer
know what
score
you're saying,
tries?
I'm just
Yes.
asking.
Is Kinney a fucking sick cunt? Yes.
Yep.
Like,
That's
you
a
know.
classic Eddie Simpson explanation. Sebo.
Yeah, look, I am just going those like $1.50 guys because I just don't know, and they seem to be scoring every week. Carney, P, and Hammer. But I'm throwing in a little Jaden Campbell to get it up to 9.47. I just love being on Jaden. I love it. Like, he's the type of guy that can score from anywhere. You know what I mean? If someone else makes a break, he's there, or he can do that little kind of double step in. He just looks good when he scores as well. Looks good when they cut away to him. Just a good player to be on. Where, like, some of these players, I hope Mariner scores 2 this week, but if you put a mugshot up of him, I don't know what the fuck he looks like. Jaden, I can make out, I can just touch his face without my eyes closed, and that's Jaden. So that's why I'm on him. I like him.
You don't know what Dean Mariner looks like.
like
I
maybe.
don't. As in, like, I do. But if it was like I was in the fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it's like I've got $1 million on picking this, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah, like if they had, it's more
Because
like
if they had doppelgangers
if they had somebody that looks similar
that's what
and they're
I
all in
mean.
Broncos
That's what I
jerseys,
mean. Like,
I'm
if
in
you
trouble.
if I watch the game and I can go, that's Dean Mariner because the process of elimination, he's wearing the jersey, it's not him.
It's probably
it's
a number on his
but,
back.
Yeah. but if you had like some sort of lookalikes,
You'd be in trouble.
I'd be in trouble. But Jaden, I'm like, nah, that's Jaden. You know what I mean? But Dean, sorry.
No, I'm with you. No disrespect either to Dean.
I'll get to know you
No, we'll get
because
to know you.
I fucking got you for 2+ this weekend. I get my bloody binoculars out. But get you know real well.
Roo?
Boys, I really like my bet here. $8.87. Keeney and Dave Fafita. Suncorp, 4 p.m. Got an electric fullback, one of the most damaging back rows in the game. Good value here.
Yeah, but
Fafita's fallen off a cliff.
Going at that edge of Jake Cavarillo and them.
When was the last time Fafita scored?
He's been a while now.
I feel like we get on him every week, and it's always just
Yeah.
a severe
He fucked me
disappointment.
for a unit.
He scored 4 weeks ago. So he hasn't
remember
scored
that.
his last 4 games.
If
But
you
he
said
was
it had been 14 weeks, I'd go, yep, sounds right.
watching him live at Brookvale Oval. He just did not want any piece of the ball. When he took it to the line, he was half-assed.
Well, he was scared of the boys. I
Yeah.
get it. Brookvale's a daunting place unless you're a Manly fan or a Manly player.
Guess what the Lippy's doing? Have a guess. Jaden Campbell anytime. Hammer and Bostock. Stocky will combine for 2+ tries, 659. This is just boring as batshit.
Yeah. Do you want to do some? Do you want to have some mix it up a little bit?
You also don't get good odds.
Odds are shit. Not mixing it up.
You don't get the odds for that are fucking horse shit.
What's his name again, Tobler? Cameron Pooley.
God?
That is why no one will remember your name. Raiders Rabbitohs. Final game of the round. GIO of all places. $1.64 for the Raiders, $2.30 for the Rabbits, 3.5 the line, 50.5 the total points. Rando.
It's going to be dry in Canberra, but by full time, the temperature is going to be 2 degrees for this game. So it's going to be very chilly. Plays in favour of the Raiders here. They've won 4 of their last 5 games against South Sydney. So they look the goods here for try scorers. The Raiders, they've conceded a try to a hooker in 3 of their last 5 games. And Damien Cook, who's been on fire lately, he scored in his last 2 games against the Green Machine.
Okay.
Damien Cook.
Damien Cook.
Cook, you say.
Cookie, what's Cookie paying?
Cookie is paying $5.25. My birthday. So that's
All right,
just
I'm gonna
Wait,
put-
hold on. Wait, what's your birthday?
the 5th of May, 25.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying like same day as your birthday. I was like,
I might put Cookie in because I did have Huddy Young of Always Scores fame with Cody Walker, but I'm going to follow you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm going to follow you. 1361. Huddy and Cook, 1361.
okay. I like
Watch
the
Kyle
Raiders.
Walker score.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can watch it now.
Dude, I fucked myself on the Raiders last week when I changed to Rando's stats. I had Huddy 2+, and then I switched it, and I got fucked. So I won't be listening to Rando on this one. But I am going large again.
And in charge or just
well, listen, I wouldn't say in charge given the negative 42 units.
What do you have to
that I'm
What do you have to do to be
currently
large and in charge?
Probably be like
In charge of a room or in charge of your faculties? In charge of your own movements?
Well, I think it probably depends. I think it's context dependent, right? So if you're a boss of like a company and you are also large, then you could say you are large and in charge. But if you are large but you're like just a fucking new employee, I'd say you're not in charge.
Right. But can you be large and in charge of your bladder control?
Well, if
I
you're
don't
large
wet
and you also
myself.
don't piss yourself, yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm going Huddy, KO Weeks, Zach Hoskins, and Jai Gray because it's a game I have no idea about. So I'm going to try scoop units if it's possible, whilst also not hemorrhaging. So that's going to get me 57.07.
Oh.
I think the Bunnies can win this one, but the line of 3.5 I quite like. I'm just going to take it. Cody, he's scoring a lot, except when I'm on him. But now Eddie took him out. He probably will score. And then Jai's been getting over each time he's playing. 10.25 for that. 10.25.
Oh.
A bit of a storyline for me. I think South's winning a tight one. They always seem to be reasonably close down there in Canberra at night. And boys, Jack Whiten's first return down to the nation's capital.
Huge. Didn't think of that.
I'm going to take him to score 9.33.
Oh, the nation's capital.
Didn't think of that. Nation's capital.
Didn't think of that. That's disappointing.
Yeah. Are you nervous, though, that the Lippy's got a similar bet? Well, not a similar bet, but he's got...
We've got White and Young at
Got White in
7.59.
there.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Not going to lie.
Listen,
You never want to do anything with a Lippy.
It's his most courageous bet we've seen so far.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
I
At
respect
least
him.
he's,
Oh,
at
it
least
is
he's having a
courageous.
crack.
It's fucking courageous, no doubt about that.
All right. Boys, that's the week of rugby league.
Thought we'd never get there.
No, it's been a long one, but I've enjoyed it. It's the friends you make along the way, isn't it?
And before we get to the scoops, though, the golf. Nearly forgot the Open.
Yeah.
Crazy tournament. But you picked Lowry, who shut the bed, but did come above all of us. So you get this Adidas golf bag from Drummond
bag.
Golf
Look at that.
DY.
It's a beautiful looking bag.
I don't know if they sell them there, but if you do want to go get 10% off that bag, just mention about Even, Hackers, Hello Sport.
Wrapped in confidence. Look at this. Look at these legs that pop down. That's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some days you want to
feel
walk.
professional when you've got a carry/stand, but it also fits on the back of a cart. Like it's,
I was watching some dudes playing golf the other day, like as in on Instagram, and like they're all just walking. Like a lot of the time when we go play golf, we're like, fuck it, let's get carts. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
We often get cards.
We often get carts, but to see I've got one of those carrier things
Yeah.
now,
I've actually taken a strap off, and I just do the one strap.
that's
carry.
bad for your back, brother.
Yeah, but like I never do big carries. I'll
Yeah, but
carry
not
like
good for your
Bondo.
back, mate.
Not good for your
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And you got a bad back.
I know,
Right.
but
Shout out to Drummond Golf DY. Now, let's get to some unit scoopers, punters and dribblers, to scoop some units. I will kick things off here. I have got Dean Mariner, first, second, third in the Broncos game. Will Warbrick, first, second, third in the Storm game. And Dommy Young, first, second, third in the Manly game. 54-48.
I too have gone a similar route. I liked it last week. It didn't bang, but it had a
I
feeling.
like what it's about.
Mulatalo first, second or third. Mariner first, second and third. Taruva first, second or third. 57-42.
I'm going to go RTS playing fullback this week. Ellie Katoa in a good matchup. I like that Moses Sully for a bit of value against Penrith. And then Dave Fafita, $56.55.
Lovely. Sebo?
I'm gonna. This is just not a last stand, but I've got what 8-10 of these left, and I'm like, gonna put some respect back on my name, the show's name, because you don't want the winner finishing at a negative thing, right? So
No.
I need a
Well, it
big
doesn't- it almost
fucking
doesn't count.
bet that gets me on the immortal board as well. I'm chasing immortality. As well as winning. So, Roger, the man you'd follow anywhere into battle, I'd switch allegiances, being Australian, to New Zealand because I'd be like, I want to be in that guy's platoon. You know what I mean? Like, he's just an Anzac of the old school. Katoa scores all the time. Mulatalo, no one gives a shit about the game, but Mulatalo's going to score. Mariner, whatever he looks like, who cares? He's probably going to get to. Gussie C, don't need to mention him. Taruva, Stocky's going to get into his work. And then the kicker is I've got 7 try scorers there. We all know I'm tied to South if they win or lose. Like, if South win, I win my bet. If they lose, I lose my bet. So why not take him at $2 plus odds as the last leg of an immortal bet? South win, 118.64.
That could be a fucking nightmare for you, Sebo.
Getting down to
Imagine
South.
if you get 7 try scorers, and then you need South to win.
Dude, that's going to be the best content of all time. That's an emergency press conference.
If I don't include them, then they're going to, and they lose, I'm going to lose my bet somehow. You know what I mean? It's like fucking fatal Final Destination. You know what I mean? Like something's going to fuck up.
Yep.
So yeah, that's there's only 2 bets on the immortality.
There should have been me.
None of these bets but mine would even make it. You know what I mean? So someone's got to chase it.
Well, yeah, you're right. None of those bets would make it except yours. What's the Lippy doing?
Lippy, Mariner, Katoa, Turbo, Hammer, and Huddy Young, 25.83.
That's
Beautiful.
fucked. That's 5 try scorers for $25.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Bet. It's a shit bet.
Listen. Congratulations to Daniel Pooley, is that his name?
Someone Pooley.
Someone Pooley for making it on. Now, it's sort of nepotism because your mate just got you on there, giving you an opportunity at the bright lights. We can't say whether he's fucked it or not. We got to give him a chance. But
Yeah, give him a chance.
Got to give him a chance.
Straight up nepotism, though.
But it's nepotism of the highest order.
All right, now.
Do you believe in him, Tobler, any of those bets? Do you have any thoughts after that? Yeah. Tobler doesn't have faith in you either, mate.
It's rank.
Now, before we go, we've got to do the hot seat again. So we need to get back the most valuable piece of equipment in the studio, the thing that's officially going to be used for probably the 4th time in about 5 years.
Is high good or low good?
I mean, the hot seat's just turned into a game of fucking basketball. Just fast forward.
No, but this time it's going to be good. High or low?
None of the bet. No one goes on a streak.
What do you mean? So who's got the highest or who's got the lowest?
So we're deciding order. Is it going the highest ball is best or lowest?
Let's go high.
Highest goes first.
Yeah. Or picks.
This is Guru's ball.
There we go.
Guru, you got 469.
Take that.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
We don't know what the numbers are in this fucking thing. Edwin.
I've got 106,
Okay.
which isn't good.
Well, who knows, dude? Who the fuck knows?
Tom's got 366.
Oh, okay. That means heaps.
Sebo's got 552.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there we are.
552. So Seb, then Roo, then
Me.
you. So
Then you.
what do you want, Sebo?
I don't even remember what's a good position anymore. Presuming we all lose.
Well, it's been 3rd and 4th of 1.
Yeah, I'll just stick to 3rd. 3rd's fun.
All right, I'm going to take 4th.
Well, fuck. I will take 2nd.
Sweet.
So it's just going to go in that order.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
so it's-
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep. Eddie, me, Seb, Roo. Beautiful. So that means that, Eddie, you're up for this week, buddy.
Let's do it. All right, hot seat, week 1. This doesn't really fucking mean anything, does it? I mean, last time there was 11 bets and only 1 got up. Tom just limped in and won it. I'm just going to see if I can roll with this thing, you know what I mean? See what happens. I like Hudson Young anytime, 225. The bloke is an absolute beast. I don't know how many times he's banged this year, but it'll be a fuckload. When in doubt, get on Hudson Young. You know, the Englishman from Maitland. Simple as that. Maybe next week I'm back in the hot seat and I go again. And maybe I get 11 in a row. Wouldn't that be crazy? But the only way to find out is just to get this week right. And then maybe I get next week. And then the week after. And the week after that. Like, how did Ned Brockman get from Perth to Sydney? 1 foot in front of the other. How am I going to get the hot seat? 1 bet after another. Is that making sense? Hudson Young.
All right, punters and drillers, that's us for another week. Shout out to Neds once again. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Thank you to Rando. Thank you to Roo, Eddie, Sebo. Rando, your Patreon.
Yes, at Random Stats Guy. We got the NRLW starting off, Patreon analysis and stats watch for that too. No more added to the price.
And what's it called?
Just Random Stats Guy Patreon.
Perfect.
Nice and easy.
Roo, your
Got these
Patreon.
hats on sale Monday
fuck
night. Yeah, so they're going to be at leaguelids.com. I think there's a few other hats on there. I think Clarkey and maybe Cast Patrol might have some on there as well. So live on Monday night. Get
They're
paws on them.
sick hats. I notice it every
I
time you
love
walk
them.
in.
Yeah, they're unreal. So
Very nice.
Love it.
League
Any
lids.
hacker shit, Sebo?
Me vs. Joyride will be coming out soon.
Oh, sick. The match play?
Match play, so watch that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
But then
Merch coming.
stay tuned.
It's horny golf.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
And so are we. Bye.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.